dynamic typing in Python. So Python is said to be dynamically typed or loosely typed. Why is it so? And languages like Java is said to be strongly typed. So what is this difference between dynamically typed and strongly typed? Okay, to understand this also, let us come back to the Java code which we have written. In Java, whenever you declare a variable, you have to explicitly declare what kind of data type it will store. For example, think of this variable name. It is explicitly explained that it will hold value data type of string. Okay, and then you store string value into this name. Similarly, if you have to store any integer value in a variable, you have to explicitly declare first that this num variable will be storing what, this number will be storing what, this number will be storing a number, an integer. So basically you are telling compiler beforehand that what type of value will be stored in this variable. But this is not the case with Python. In Python, you don't need to explicitly declare beforehand that what kind of data variable will store. For example, I can store an integer in num. I can store a string in num, same name, and I'm not declaring beforehand like in Java we used to declare. I'm declaring beforehand that this name will be storing only data type of string. If I change this, if I write here, if I write 100, it will show me an error. It is showing what? It is showing an error that you cannot store. It is defined as string, so you cannot store a number into this variable name. Yes, it is showing what? This is showing an error. But this is not the same case with Python. In Python, in same name, in same num variable, I am storing a number, an integer, and I am also storing a string. And then I can execute this. Print num. There will not be any problem. Anish, or I can do what? I can store a float value also. What am I storing? I'm storing a float value. I can execute it. It will display 4.5. So Python is what? Dynamically typed. Let us talk about basic data types in Python. What are basic data types in Python? Basic data types in Python are int, float, str, string, list, tuple, dictionary, set, and bool. In present video, I will briefly go over all these data types, and we will separately make a video for each of these data types. Okay, so let us talk about integer first. So integer is any number without decimal part. For example, 10. What is float? Float is any number with a decimal part. This is float data type in Python. Okay, so if I am writing 10.5, then what am I doing? I'm storing a float data type in a variable named a. Okay, string are sequence of character. A string is mainly what? A sequence of character. Suppose human being. So this is string. Let's talk about list. Let's talk about list. What is list? List is a collection of different data types. For example, think of this example. For example, let me define a list for you. A list has an opening bracket and a closing bracket, and inside this opening and closing bracket you can have data of different types. For example, you can have a string, you can have float, you can have an integer, you can have a boolean data type also. So this is what? This is a list data type in Python. Okay, you can execute it and you can display a list as well. Print a list. We'll talk about all these data types separately in a video. Each element in a list have an index position which starts with 0. If I want first element of a list, I can have first element of a list using index 0. Okay, and this one more important thing I want to tell you. In Jupyter Notebook, if you do dot and then tab, you'll get all the methods which are associated with this data type. For example, a list has append method, and using append method, what you can do, you can add an element in list. For example, I want to add Manish in my list, a list. So if I'll execute it, list now, it will have one more element with the name Manish. Okay, so whenever, for example, I have defined a string over here. For example, if I'm defining a string with a name Python, suppose. So a string is what? A string is string data type. If I do dot and then tab, I'll get all the methods which are associated with this string. To capitalize, what it will do, it will capitalize the first character of a string. Okay, now what was next? Next is tuple. Tuple is what? Tuple is similar to list, but in tuple we use this bracket. Tuple can also contain data of different data types. Okay, so we can have a string, we can have a number, we can have a float, anything. So a tuple is what? A tuple, this is what a tuple. It's a collection of different data types. The difference between tuple and list is tuple is immutable. We'll talk about mutable and immutable when we'll talk about string. These are all very important data types. Okay, so dictionary is basically key value pair. We have key and then we have value. What is the value of key 1? Suppose the value of key 1 is Python, and then second key we have key 2 and then its value is Java, and we'll store this in a variable dict. A dict is what? A dict is a dictionary which is having a key and a value. Okay, moving forward, let us talk about set. What is set? A set is a dictionary. A set is a dictionary without key. So a set is what? Manish. It do not have any. It do not have any key. And last but not the least, Boolean. Okay, and the Boolean data type have only two values, true and false. These are important basic data types we have in Python. Next, we need to talk about the type function. You can use type function to know the type of any variable or object in Python. For example, suppose a number, suppose I have taken a variable, a bool variable, and I have assigned true into this. Now you can use the function type to know the type of this variable. So its data type is bool. Similarly, suppose I define a variable as and store 10 into. Now I want to know the data type of this variable. Okay, so I can use type function to know the data type of this variable. What is the data type of this value? It's int. Similarly, suppose you define a list 1, 2, 3, 4. Then at the let me take one string Python. Okay, now you want to know the type of this. It is very obvious here. It is very obvious that we are defining a list and then we are knowing the type. It is very obvious that this is a list, but there are many instances in your program when you start writing serious programs in Python, then you have to know the type of the variable. There you'll not be knowing in advance the type of the variable. So in that case, type becomes important. It is what type? It is a type of this a list is a variable of type what? Of data type list. So this is how type is important. Okay. Now the last topic is concept of IPO. The concept of IPO is very simple. Any programming language, be it any programming language, it has three steps. One is input. You ask a input from user, and other is processing, and then it's output. Every programming language follow these three basic steps. Okay, it's input, then processing, and then output. For example, suppose I'm going to write a program which will take an input, it will process it, and then it will give you an output. For example, suppose I want to add two numbers. I want to write a program where I want to add two numbers. So we know to take an input from user, we use what? We use input function. Okay, so suppose that I will store a number in A and another number I will store in B. Okay, what I have to do? I have to take enter first number, and then I'll copy this, enter second number. This is what? This is input. We are asking for input from the user. Now what I'll do? I'll do processing. What is the processing I have to do? I have to add these two number. I'll store it in a variable C. I will add A plus E. Now I have done the processing. Now what I want to do? I want to show the output to the user. So I know in Python to show output to the user you have to use print. I'll print this sum is. Now if I'll execute it, I'll write 2 is the first number and 3 is the second number. What have I have got? I have got 5 as an output. So every programming language involved is basically input, processing, and output. Okay. So now what have we learned in present video? We have learned about character set in Python. We have learned about tokens in Python. These are what? These are building blocks of Python. These are what? These are building blocks of Python programming language. After that, we have learned about rules to name a variable in Python. And then after we have understood about indentation in Python, then we have talked about dynamic typing in Python. We have also talked about different data types in Python. And do not this is not the end for data types. We'll be talking about each data type separately in a separate video. Okay, and then we have talked about the a function known we have talked about function type, and then we have also briefly talked about the concept of IPO. Okay, this is it for present video. I hope you have enjoyed and understood different aspects of what we have discussed today. And will the next class will be about string data type. The one of the most important type is string data type. So please do watch the next video, and I request you to please like, subscribe, and share, because this is the only compliment which I can get from you.